following show may shock, disturb, and offend some viewers. The opinions, theories, and facts shared on this podcast are not widely accepted by the brainwashed masses, especially those who find dark humor offensive. Viewer discretion is advised.
Jeffrey Dahmer soaked in blood. The Unabomber blowing up. Waco, Texas, and Heaven's Gates. Aliens modified, meant for apes. JFK shot in the head by the CIA. Bigfoot and the Mothman. Son of Sam talking to dogs again. Witches, ghosts, and goblins. Mysterious noise and hauntings. Dark arts in the skull and bones. Most celebrities are probably cloned. So if you're feeling all alone, crack a beer and get stoned. I welcome you to the podcast Strange Brew. We're here to entertain you. We're here to entertain you.
It's about to get strange.
Ladies and gentlemen, and future true crime memes. Welcome to the show where murder meets a smile. Strange Brew proudly presents Tire Vault.
I'm laughing at the crime scene, coffee in my hand, watching all the monsters dancing, always span. Bodies in the closet, trophies in the hall. We rank them up and tear them down, we're laughing through it all. It's tragic but it's funny. Blood money tastes like honey. We've got killers on the mic and they're fighting for the top tonight. Tear of terror. Welcome to the show. Rank your nightmares. Tell us what you know. Dark little secrets. Let the madness grow. Tear of terror. Laugh before you go. We're sipping on a strange brew, crime on tap. Serial celebrity, a murderer's lap. A tier list of chaos, a carnival of freaks. Put your hands together for the worst of the week. It's tragic but it's funny. Blood money tastes like honey. We've got legends in the dark and they're fighting for a brutal mark. Tear of terror. Welcome to the show. Rank your nightmares. Tell us what you know. Dark little secrets. Let the madness grow. Tear of terror. Laugh before you go. Some say comedy is tragedy plus time. We say it's tragedy plus a microphone and a really messed up sense of humor. Tear of terror. Welcome to the show. We crown the killers. Laugh before you go. Raised in the darkness. Let the madness flow. Tear of terror. Don't say we didn't warn you though.
That was fun. That
Awesome, eh? Fuck yeah.
was fun. 6:30 is my favorite time, hands down.
I got beers on deck. I've been not drinking as much, but I'm like, Chelsea, the wife was out, and I was like, "Can you grab me some beers for like this weekend?" I'm like, "This is gonna be a fun show, everybody." No, where's your dad joke?
I already said it. You missed it.
You said it while the thing was playing.
No, I just said it right now, and you laughed, and then started talking
What'd
about
you say?
beers.
I didn't even hear you.
It says 6:30 is my favorite time of day, hands down.
Oh, I literally thought you were just like You know what I thought. So welcome everybody back to the new tier of terror. We're going to do conspirateers, which me and Aaron started with. This is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be doing tier lists that will translate well to audio, so at least you guys know what we're doing. And if you want to go watch it, you can. But yeah, it'll be something new that we're doing, and essentially it'll be better when there's all three of us at some point, but we get to rate different things, whether it be cryptids or true crime or serial killer, whatever it might be, right? And it's going to be a fun show, especially for the people and the fans that watch it live, because if you disagree, you'll get to veto it. Me and Aaron both thought the Earth is most likely maybe not flat, maybe it is. We're in the middle, and then some guy in the comments, like a couple people were vetoing it. So I was like,
they're vetoing
fine.
it as in like they said
wanted
it was
it's
flat?
more believable, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. What have you been up to? Welcome back to the show.
Oh, I've been building, moving, doing stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know what happens, but there's something that happens. I'm sure you felt this before though too. Like everyone's like, oh, you get older and your body starts like hurting all the time. Man, I mercy fought a 21-year-old the other day. This guy's built like a tank house, and I was a little tipsy and thought I was all tough. And yeah, dude, my arm's been fucked for a week and a half. I can't move it. Yeah, it hurts so badly.
Even hitting the heavy bag and trying to train and stuff like that, I'm like, oh, I'm not like I used to be when I'm younger. I got to become stronger. But the more I push myself, the more I've done it, the better and like more resilient. Where the first couple times I was like, just like dying and shit. But
or even the days you fall asleep on the couch, you're like, oh,
I'm excited for this. Billy's got a new mic. He's just waiting for his mic arm, and it sounds crispy clean. I'm like excited about this.
A little better, eh?
Way better, and your internet's better.
Bad.
Everything is coming up, Billy.
Everything's coming up, Bill.
To start the show, I have two songs. I know Billy loves to interrupt, but we're going to play a song about the show. I think you guys will really enjoy. And then later on, I have one that a fan made about you.
Awesome.
Okay, so
is that fan your brother?
Yes. I was gonna make it off like it was like a real fan. Just kidding, he is a real fan. But okay, here we go. Let's see what's awesome.
Me and Billy in the basement with a bottle of gin. Didn't know what we were doing, but we figured we'd begin. Started talking about ghosts and reptilian lies, laughing at death with bloodshot eyes. We cracked bad jokes, racist to some, but it's comedy, bitch, we don't bite our tongue. Truth was drunk and the mic was hot. We said shit that your HR team forgot. I was half in the bag talking cryptid tales while Tomcat yelled MK Ultra emails. One mic, no clue, just reckless charm. He's dropping Hitler bars, I'm setting off alarms. We had Justin once, he puked in the sink, showed up blackout and forgot how to think. We gave him a shot, he fell on the floor, so we kicked his ass out right through the door. Now
literally, I had to kick him out of my house and hold the door and kick him.
Cult obsessed. Aliens, killers, conspiracies too. Laughing at hell, that's Strange Brew. Offensive as fuck, yeah, no doubt, but the weirdos love us, we figured it out. It started with booze and jokes that burn. Now thousands tune in just to never. Now thousands tune in just to never.
This thing never learned.
I think so, and I was like, oh, you mean?
I once did a JFK rant in my underwear. Billy said Bigfoot jacked off in Times Square. It's all dark comedy, all lowbrow gold. We tell murder stories while the beers go cold. We didn't clean it up, we just leaned in. Now the comments say we're a 9/11 sin. But hey, from basements grow big things too, even when the hosts are both barely through. Now look at the show, man, we're still unhinged. Offending the woke and drinking unrinsed. From conspiracy trash to kill a lore.
I got way more. Some were hilarious.
No script, no shame, no PR plan. Just two best friends with a mic and a can. So pour one out, light one up, salute the view. You're in it now. Ooh, welcome to Strange Bro. You're in it now. Welcome to Strange Bro.
That's a banger.
I don't know if there's way better ones I think. Can't really see how long it is.
Sexy trash to kill allure. With a podcast your mom won't ignore. No script, no shame, no PR plan. Just two best friends with a mic in a can. So pour one out, light one up, salute the beer. You're in it now. Welcome to Strange Bro. You're in it now. Welcome to Strange Bro.
All right, I think we got the point. There's
I think so.
Every show I'm gonna play a new song that I've created. Especially there's one more that we can play with just us, but there's a couple that we need to play all three of us, and some of them are like really funny because I'm like, make it offensive as possible, and some of this shit is hilarious. Some of the things I wrote in because I'm like, okay, that could sound better. I could throw this in.
Oh, AI is fully writing these. I thought you were just using the AI music thing, but still writing the lyrics.
I'm writing most of the lyrics, but I'm getting it to prompt it first, and then I go through some of the lyrics and edit them. But it comes out with some stuff that's funny, and you'll see in some of the other songs we'll play that some of them are like don't really line up, and I should have like fixed it. But it's pretty crazy, the technology. I still want people to dig into creativity and obviously support my music. But
we were just talking about this on the phone the other day. The music's dead. If that's what you can do, just typing into your computer now, that's wild. Could you imagine if you could do that in the 90s?
I know. Dude, wait till my whole music project comes out with the red sin, whatever, how you ever want to say it. The red ensign remains. It's gonna. I've already made the art and stuff like that, and it's like epic metal, very you could say pro-white.
Okay.
So this is exciting. We've never done this before, and that's why I was like, Billy was stoked for this. So we have our tier list.
Oh yes.
We have our tier list. Let me
God level ghouls.
Yeah. So here we go. Our tier list. We have at the top for everybody listening on audio. We have at the very top is God level ghouls, icons of infamy. Then mad geniuses, mayhem in the middle. Just, this crazy guy or whatever. Bloody buffoons. And then we have dusty files. And then at the very bottom is bottom of the barrel. So we're thinking like, we're kind of going to rate it based on, how infamous some of these people are and how well known and stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
I thought we were doing like how cool we think they are.
Well, that's kind of part of it.
Okay.
But so let me see. Okay, I just want to see if it maybe it's not this chat. Okay, what have you been up to? Tell me a joke.
Dude, I hate when people say that shit, man. You can never think of anything. Dude,
that clip on the Falkland Metal Man, I actually made it. I have to post it where it's like us talking about you would get text messages, and it's just like some guy being like, "Tell me a joke, bitch," and you're like, "Who's this?"
I forgot about that guy. That was a while ago.
So funny.
I love how my number's not public anymore.
Yeah, I know.
So
nice. Yeah, we'll break it down this way. So, God, we have God level. Jesus.
Sorry, I dropped it.
God level ghouls, which are household horror names. The maniacs shaped our entire generation of documentaries. Obviously we'll get to who we think is that. And then second, we have icons of infamy, not quite mythic, but everyone knows their crimes and they still give you chills. And then we got mad genius mayhem, criminals whose methods or motives were so bizarre that they feel like a twisted masterminds, like these lieutenant. Gee, I shouldn't have smoked weed before the show. I should never do that again. I smoked a Kush joint and I was like, bad idea. So that would be like, people that are masterminds, lunatics still, but they have plans. And then obviously bloody buffoons, dark crimes carried out by absolute morons. Tragedy laced with slapstick, which I feel like kind of we are in some regard. And then obviously we have Dustin's files, like the haunted cases you've barely heard of, quiet killer, small town. And then bottom of the barrels, petty crimes, dark crimes, dangerous, barely stupid, absolutely. So it'll be more like the most infamous on the top. And then as we break it down. So we're starting off with, which is too bad we can never translate these episodes to video, but when we did Jack the Ripper, we have Jack the Ripper, an unidentified serial killer active in London's Whitechapel district in 1888. He believed to have murdered and horrifically mutilated at least 5 women. All of them were prostitutes, hookers, ladies of the night. Can you give me more words? Do you remember any other words for whores?
For prostitutes?
Yeah.
Fuck no. I can't remember anything if anyone ever asked me a direct question. I'm like, nope. Give me like 20 minutes later, I'll be like, oh, this.
Leaving the police and the public terrified. His letters mocking authority and the brutal nature of the killings made him one of the most infamous, history's most infamous unsolved crimes. At some point, I'm going to see if I can dig up some stuff about like maybe the conspiracies surrounding him, because there's all these things like we talked about slightly, but how maybe he was a Freemason and stuff like that. So maybe at some point we'll kind of bring that back. But what do you think of Jack the Ripper?
He's not bottom of the barrel, but he's definitely not top 2.
You don't think he's God level goals?
No, I'd say mad genius mayhem level.
Yeah, you're not. I feel like it's probably a good idea. But like
he's not quite there.
But you think about it, some of the most infamous killers of all time, who do people think of?
They think of more frequent ones. They think of Ramirez. They think of Dahmer. They think of.
You think they don't think of Jack the Ripper?
Not as many. Maybe like if you're over 60, maybe that's.
I remember when my grandfather told me about Jack the Ripper.
Yeah.
So I used to hang out with them prostitutes, but
maybe the second top one, maybe. But like he's definitely in between. He's definitely not top.
I'll agree with Icons of Infamy.
Yeah, he's on the low end of infamy. He's barely fucking made it there.
Of Jack the Ripper.
Skin of his teeth in that infamy category.
What do you think he was using the prostitutes for? Because all their organs are like ripped out of their vaginas and stuff. What do you think he was doing? He was
trying to make the fleshlight. 100%. He was the inventor of the fleshlight. That's all he was doing.
Like carves out just their pelvis and be like,
yeah. He just wants to know like exactly like every like and different women's like curves and like I'm sure they didn't have proper molding tools back then, so he needed like a real one to like
full of syphilis and
carve a wood one.
Ew. Yo, you know they had wood dildos, right?
Yeah. Splinters galore.
That is crazy. Okay, so we got Jack the Ripper on Icons of Infamy. That's the second one. So now we got Billy's favorite. This will be kind of controversial because when we talked about him, you dug up. There was an episode. I gotta get you to do this more often. Maybe is one you broke down. H.H. Holmes, considered one of the most infamous American serial killers. Holmes operated in the late 19th century and constructed a so-called murder castle in Chicago. This building was filled with hidden rooms, trapdoors, secret passages where he lurked, often travelers and fairgoers, to be tortured and killed, selling some remains to medical schools. So what do you think about
like I'm a sucker for Holmes, but does everyone
do you remember what you talked about though?
I don't in that context, not specifically what you're speaking about. Oh, you mean like when we did the episode?
Yeah, do you remember you brought up a lot of the fact that this could have been fake. It could have been over exaggerated.
For sure. But I still like the story.
He is very infamous, but the way
that
you broke it down surprised me.
It was all fake.
Yeah. Well, it surprised me that like I was like, let's talk about H.H. Holmes, and I dug into it and did some research, and on like there was misconceptions, right? But a lot of people do believe that it did kind of happen. But if you look into it, like as you did, it's interesting that when you looked into it, it was more like, yeah, this is probably over exaggerated. There is weird things about it, but hey. And it's interesting, it's at the same time as the Chicago Fair. And that's the idea where we get this, like, people talk about the Tartarian conspiracy, how there was all this, like, these huge buildings that were, cathedrals. Like, they looked amazing, like the architecture. And then they disappeared overnight. And people, like, there's photos and videos of this. And there was, like, moving, like, they had, on an airplane when you go and you go down that, like, that you stand on the thing and it's like an escalator. And it takes you, you know what I mean? Conveyor belt. Conveyor belt. So, on an airplane. They had those there on the sidewalk, moving sidewalks.
Oh, those are
at
dope.
The Chicago Fair. So we'll talk about this at some point with the Tartarian theories, but it is an interesting idea, right?
But you might not like this. I'm a sucker for H.H. Holmes if it's real, but I think we need to make way for a lot of real good up and coming serial killers here. And I think I got to put him in Bloody Buffoon.
So, like, if it was real, I would consider Mad Genius, right?
But again, but our level is also including infamy.
Yeah,
and you can't just put everyone at the top 3.
I
Someone's got to be lower, and I think he deserves with all his he didn't have enough proof. He should have left more proof.
I have a Jew
and I think
conspiracy.
due to that, he's bloody buffoon.
I have a Jew conspiracy episode for tier list, and it's going to be, I'm going to be like, yep. And it's going to be like all the top row for me. Yeah, okay, so we'll put
I think he
H.H.
deserves to be in a
Holmes.
bloody buffoon. I think we need to make way, because
I
we can't have
will-
everyone in the top 3. Someone's got to bite the
agree.
bullet here.
I would say that Mad Genius, but we'll say Bloody Buffoon. So if you're in the chat and you see this and you think differently, let us know. Okay, now
You put him in the wrong spot.
Oh, whoops, my bad. He's got to go down. We got to knock him down a peg, they say.
Yeah. He should have left more evidence. He could have been Ghoul. He could have been God level. Could have been.
I know. Now we have the Black Dahlia. Jesus. So I have the Black Dahlia.
Nice.
Yes,
Proud
that
of
was
you.
nice, right? So the Black Dahlia in 1947, 22-year-old aspiring actress Elizabeth Short was found brutally murdered in Los Angeles. Her body severed in half and gruesomely posed. The media dubbed her the Black Dahlia. Despite intense investigations and countless suspects, her shocking death remains one of Hollywood's darkest unsolved crimes. What do you know about the Black Dahlia? Have you heard of it before?
I feel like I've heard you mention it, maybe in passing. But
The Black Dahlia, it's so famous, man. What?
I live in my own world, dude. I'm happier this way.
I can tell. It was a very famous case. At some point, maybe we'll cover it sometime soon. The fact that you don't know a lot about it, it is very weird. Maybe I'll dig into the conspiracy aspect of it. But it is a less I knew about it because I was a weirdo obsessed with like crime and strange things when I was younger, you know, like being like, I love Charles Manson, and Charles is like, you shouldn't say that. No, I like him as a character.
You don't know him like I do.
Like I would do acid with Charles Manson, but I'd make sure he does it too. So he could be like, yo, bro.
Don't hurt me while I'm high, please.
Throwing back to me and Jules' episode that we just did about the race war. They're going to start a race war. They're going to start a race war, man. They're going to do it, and it's going to be the blacks versus the whites. And then, you know, Whitey's going to go underground because there's not going to be many of them left. And then, you know, Blackie's got to come up. He's going to be ruling the earth, so he'll need Whitey to tell him what to do. And was he wrong? I'm just kidding. But, like, that's literally what Charles Manson said. He said that, like, that essentially that there will be a race war and the surviving white people they'll go underground, man. They're going to go underground. They're going to sit there. They're going to chill out. And then once, you know, everything's settled up top and then, you know, Blackie's out there. He's like, you know, white people will come up and be like, we can make you civilization, but you can't kill us though.
Relax.
Can you say Africa? We built you civilization and now you're complaining about it. I think what's up, old saucy? Yeah, that's pretty much right, and that's what he said. So when it comes back to Elizabeth Short, yeah, Charles. Well, we're gonna rate him because he's my favy. You know, why wouldn't he be? I'll say Dusty Files because you're not aware of it.
Yeah.
Did you say bottom of the barrel?
Just because I don't know. Yeah.
Because there's so many other people in the list, I'll say, Dust. It's definitely a Dusty File.
Is there going to be a lot of people I don't know on this list, you think?
I hope not, because you should be aware of this. You've been on a true crime that we're literally on.
Well, that's what I mean. That's what I'm wondering. My question was, chill the fuck out. My question was, did you put a bunch of random ass people on this list that just killed one person in Idaho 75
all
years
of them
ago?
are very famous true crime cases.
Okay. All right.
So, just considering compared to everybody else, we'll put her at the bottom of the barrel. I'm sorry, the Black Dahlia. You're a very famous case, of course, not to Billy though.
No, I don't know you.
Okay, now we have our homeboy. We've covered him before, but for some reason I got a soft spot for old Ed Gein. I would love to recover him. We did a very hilarious episode for everyone all of you that watch on video. There is literally, I don't know, 200 episodes of probably around that are just on audio. That when we were sitting in the basement where all the show came from, just drinking, and we'd only put it out on audio before we even thought about YouTube. So we did Ed Gein. It was hilarious because at the time, we were sitting in my basement just having some drinks and be like,
we did it again since then, didn't we?
I've done Dahmer. We've done Dahmer twice.
We never did Ed. I swear to God, we did Ed Gein again.
No, we didn't.
Huh.
But it still holds up because I don't think you knew about the nipple belt.
No, I did not. That is facts.
Can we look up the nipple belt?
Sure, go for it.
Ed
Fucking
Gein.
weird.
Nipple belt. Etsy, what the fuck? Made to order. What? So there's the nipple belt.
It's fucking disgusting.
Yo, look at, he made like skin hands and shit. This is literally a belt made out of nipples. That's fake. I think this is the real one. He literally put a belt buckle on it. Is that crazy?
How many nipples do you think that is to go around your waist?
Oh man, his waist. He's a skinny. He's
Still,
probably
doesn't
skinny
matter
as you are.
if he's like a 32 waist. Still,
you know what? He loved he loved all the Nazi stuff and stuff like that, and they read books about like the bitch of Buchenwald, which supposed to be did some crazy stuff. But like all of this stuff, so this is supposed to be taken from World War II of these artifacts that the Nazis were making skin lamps. That has actually been disproven, and I used to believe this shit. It's fake. Like this stuff the lampshades out of human skin that they said the Nazis did to Jewish people is literally lies. Like what didn't happen. So once we eventually talk about maybe Joseph Mengele, I'm going to push back against some of the stuff that like I want to know the truth. And I think they over-exaggerate a lot of these crimes to make it look worse than it actually was. Not saying, because in Canada you can't say it, but yes, definitely 6 million people. Definitely. That makes a lot of sense.
I just did a quick like finger measurement of how many nipples I think it would take, even if you cut off like, because obviously there's a bit of skin there. It's not just nipples. So like, I'm thinking like if you just made it barely touch on a skinny waist, you're talking maybe like 18 sets of nipples, so 36.
I know.
But then like you got to have the little extra, right? Because you got to pull it. So like add another 4 people there.
He dig up a lot of graves.
That's a good 20 sets of nipples. That's not bad.
Nipple belts, you got my attention. Better than foreskin belt, I suppose. Billy does that. To keep his pants up, he stretches his foreskin out around his That's a fucked up joke. The skin lamps or skin lamps was fake news. It's crazy that the lies that they fed us. So obviously, Ed Gein, a Wisconsin farmer whose grave robbing and murders in the 1950s shocked America. He exhumed corpses and used human skin and bones to make clothing, household items, inspired characters like Norman Bates, Leatherface, Buffalo Bill. And it's interesting because he's considered a serial killer, but he only killed 2 people that we know of. There's maybe a third, but a serial killer is considered, it's someone who kills 3 or more people in a longer span of time, because if you do it all at once, it's a spree killer. Now, I want to rate him god-level ghouls because everybody knows about Ed Gein. Literally, Leatherface.
But is that the only parameter we're judging on, though, right? We're judging on like the levels of their crimes, like how like insane they were. Like, he was fucking weird. For sure, but a lot of his people, like he said, like 2 confirmed kills.
He's got a god level ghoul. Like he
no. He's well known.
Human skin, like he literally made a costume out of like women's flesh and danced around in it and thought about his mother.
But was that a person he killed, or was that a grave?
Hey, it's a grave, but listen, I
so
still
a little
think
different.
It's
little different.
Because
the only reason I'm knocking him down to icons of infamy is because he's a little fucking bitch. He didn't kill the person and skin him.
He did at one point.
Robbed
That's
the
when
fucking
he got caught.
grave. Yeah, I know.
Image of him.
Because he's dumb as doorknobs. Is what
The
it
one
is.
image of him and the chick that he killed, where he literally, she's strung up with her legs tied up, and then there's a split down the middle where he cut through her vagina, through her torso. It's fucked. So if you think about like Richard Ramirez, which we'll get to on this list, he was just like stabbing and raping. This guy literally cut a woman in half from her vagina down.
Yeah,
and then,
all right,
like,
fair enough.
used
I'll
bones
agree with you. Good argument.
Okay.
We can put him.
Because
at
that
God
guy
level.
is Ed Gein is fucked. He's definitely God level.
Good argument. I wish he killed more people though. Can I say that?
Someone in the chat says, hopefully it's the Pajeets. I'm just kidding. That kind of stuff is normal in India. He was basically a white Pajeet.
Oh my
Well,
God.
I do have an episode coming up at some point about the youngest serial killer ever, and guess what? He was from India. So we'll get into that at some point. But yeah, if you aren't aware, this is a crazy statistic. Every 8 minutes, someone in that country is R-worded. Every 8 minutes. When you have billions of people, the raw
What's it in our country?
I'm sure it's not that often, but maybe now. Go back to the maybe 70s, 80s, 90s. It wouldn't be happening. I'm sure now with all the people that they're bringing in here, it's happening more often. Are you literally Googling this? How many people per... I would use
S8.
Yeah. Oh, my beer is spilling everywhere. Chelsea got me a bunch of these different beers. This one's okay. You don't know?
1 sec.
Use AI.
I did.
How many people are sexually assaulted in Canada?
Well, it's
Per
actually
minute.
they kind of have a good point, and this is kind of the same thing for India, where that statistic could be completely. I guess it could be educated, but it's completely made up because
Are you
you
sure
won't
about that?
know. But you won't know. Like even in Canada,
it's
that's what's coming up.
reported-
It's like
yeah,
there's no
I guess.
fucking way we could possibly tell.
There,
But, like-
it is based on like the fact that their culture is like okay, not all of it, but a lot of it is.
Yeah,
okay with
so
that type of
it's
stuff.
like, is that person actually getting assaulted? Are they into it? Or are you just assuming
Look how many-
every
every-
sexual encounter is rape?
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
80% of their arranged marriages are to their cousin. That's a fact. You can look it up.
Yeah. Oh,
congregation-
82 to a cousin.
Yeah, 80%. Well, we learned you didn't believe me, but the 80% of Pakistan is inbred. So then you like that lowers IQ and all sorts of shit if you do it too close. You know, you can branch out a little bit. You know, essentially, it's listen. Think about this. In Canada, if you go back far enough, everyone is kind of related to the same group of people.
Yeah.
The actual Canadians, you know. Same with like I hate when I said this to Jules. I was like, I hate when Americans and Canadians fight. We're from the same stock of people, literally. Like literally. So yeah, now we got this will be an interesting because I feel like we're both gonna rate him the same. But we have the Zodiac. Maybe it messed it around here. I gotta
That's
find
a big guy. What do you mean I sit around?
No, I know I didn't. Oh, why don't I have look up something about the Zodiac? A brief thing about the Zodiac. Oh, I never had it right here. A serial killer active in Northern California in the late 1960s and early in the 1970s, who taunted police and newspapers with coded letters and threats. He claimed at least 37 victims. Though only a handful of murders are confirmed, his identity remains unknown, despite decades of investigation and speculation. This is going to be interesting because I'm going to rate him Mad Genius Mayhem just because, like, he wore that bag over his head with the cross on it, like all that weird, you know what I mean? But he did a lot. He's very famous though.
Guy's playing fucking chicken with the cops and newspapers. That's hilarious.
I know that's why I was thinking Matt because he is a genius that way, and he got away with it.
And he's
cover him soon.
insanely fucking known. That's like one of the few I knew before ever even talking to you.
You think Icons of Infamy? Then?
Yeah, I'm not making him a god, but yeah, definitely not lower.
It is interesting because like.
The guy played fucking. There's so many TV series made about him now. Like that is like hands down the biggest fuck you. Try to catch me, bitch.
And him
That's
wearing
so
like the
funny.
hood. Like I read half of the book. I gotta finish it at some point. Like I'd like to cover him. I have this the big thick book about him, and it's like crazy.
Inches?
Yeah.
Is that thick?
3 inches across.
Is that thick? Is that big? Okay.
3 inches across? Across. You're like a pop can, man. But that's so dumb. But like it is like reading the book. It's crazy because you would just walk up and like there was a couple. They were on like they're out for a picnic. You know, back when like our countries were safe and people could just go out for a picnic. I saw a video
Back
of
when
this.
our countries were safe.
Well, I saw a video of this chick, just this white chick, of course, trying to just have a picnic by herself in the park, and then some Somalian guy just kept harassing her, and she's like, "Get away from me!" And he's like, "You're racist," and she's like, "I don't care, get away from me." It's like let me rape you while I call you racist. And the thing is, I wrote a song about this I've never recorded, but I talked about this stuff. How it's like they'll call you the R word while they assault you and stuff, but they call you racist while they. And it's literally what people are doing. And it's like, just leave women alone, you creep. Like, fucking weird.
Yeah.
So they were sitting on a picnic, and then he just came up and shot them, and like shot the guy in the head. And I think he like stabbed the chick. Like, he did some crazy shit. And imagine that, you're just like, oh, Jimmy, you know, it's so nice to come out here with this picnic. And you're like got your little basket, and you're like laying out your sandwich meats. And
He's like, this is your one date for the year.
You see a guy walking like the guy in Terminator, and he's just walking up with like the black bag over his head and a fucking gun in his hand.
I wonder what he wants. He looks friendly. No, that Zodiac killer needs to be. He can't be mayhem.
Yeah. Okay, now we have my boy.
Be one up.
We have my boy Charles Manson. Play music.
Yeah, the guy. I don't know if there's anyone that tops him. Honestly, guy successfully created
a cult leader in California who manipulated his followers, known as the Manson family, to carry out murders in 1969, Billy's favorite number, including the slaughter of actress Sharon Tate and several others. He envisioned a race war called Helter Skelter, making him a symbol of twisted cult violence. He is fucking god level to me.
He is.
He is the most infamous cult leader. He's not a serial killer technically.
Well, I don't know. Like, he
didn't kill anybody.
But that's what I mean. Like, though he is definitely. I'm not arguing he's not god level. I'm saying like this is like a different world. Like, this is almost like a politician. Didn't they find out who the Zodiac killer was? Now I heard some. No, they said there was speculation.
There were speculations.
I wonder.
Like Charles Manson made a lot of sense to me. If you listen to his speeches, I really want to cover him at some point. Like, I have some stuff written now, but I might wonder if I should break it down differently. I want to talk about his childhood and then get into his like life, and then do like a 3-parter and get into the Manson family. It's interesting, and when we talk about it, I might leave an episode. No way they figured it out.
No. It just was what we thought. Like, there was a lot of speculation to it, but like, there were investigations and suspects are like, we think maybe could be kind of
could be. That's what they said about the one guy.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. All right, yo, what's going on? Yeah, everyone gets the chat late. You guys can veto these. If you see one that you're like, I don't disagree. I disagree. You can veto stuff.
If you tell us we're fucking dumb,
Billy will show you his penis.
I'll show you my penis.
That's your prize. But okay, so Charles Manson is definitely God.
He's got to be, because that's like, can we also put like Hitler there? Is that?
Yeah,
that's kind of the same thing. No,
too bad he was a bad guy.
Or like any politician, honestly, fucking Trudeau could be there.
We should bait. I'll make that one. Well, like rate politicians and people throughout history
of how many people they murdered technically through their policies.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would put Trudeau next to Hitler, just because his policies literally killed people, like literally, unalive people. Okay, I can't wait to do this. Like, there's so many cases where I'm like, okay, we haven't covered this. We always sitting on it waiting. But I feel like me and you could cover this. I would love for us to try to figure this out where all three of us could do some of these cases. But John Wayne Gacy. Man, John Wayne Gacy's story is so messed up and so crazy. So, a Chicago serial killer and a sex offender who, in the 1970s, lured young men into his home, assaulted them, and murdered them, buried many beneath his home, known as the Killer Clown, because sometimes he would entertain children in clown costumes. He was convicted of 33 murders. Now that I think about this stuff, right, I know a little bit about John Wayne Gacy. Well, probably too much, but not about the conspiracy side of it. But get this, okay? He was a pillar of his community. If I looked, probably he may have been in a maybe in a cult or something like that, or maybe influence. Because if you yes, I was gonna say, 33 is the magic number, Goy, and I have a feeling like that is weird that he killed 33 young boys, was a pillar of his community, could have been, I think, part of the Freemasons, and then they do like these ritualistic murders, maybe use serial killers as their scapegoat. Are you feeling me? Are you feeling what I'm throwing out there? Are you feeling it?
Before you rate him, we should make a rule right now. I know we're already into the rating.
Yes.
But how many people are there total? We need to have even numbers in every category. Because I know everyone's just going to make it top 3 if they're all famous. We got to be like super judgmental about this.
Yeah, I know.
Everyone's got to make it like, it's got to be maybe what, 6 in each category?
Yeah. Who cooked? I want to talk about that. Was that the one that cooked his kids in spaghetti and fed it to their grieving families?
South Park made a fucking episode about
maybe that is Gacy. Gacy
was that Gacy?
That'd be interesting. No, he didn't cook their kids in spaghetti. I know that never happened with Gacy. He just had them on their floorboards, and he was.
That makes sense. Creepy. That was an actual real thing too, because South Park has an episode about that where Buddy kills his parents and feeds it to him in chili.
Yes, that's Cartman does it to the boy.
Yeah, so that's got to have come from somewhere.
No, it's not Gacy. I just ate spaghetti for dinner.
Butter noodles.
That's hilarious. Okay, so who's saying he's a ghoul? I would say Gacy is he's a god level ghoul. Like, he's so famous, man. The whole clown killer thing. He's also an icon of infamy to me. But
okay, hold on. We got to go. Scroll down. Scroll down, please.
I'm scrolling. Oh
no, on the picture. Thank you. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18,
you can't
20,
just base it
2,
off of
4,
you want to.
5. One sec. Yes, we do.
No, we're not making it even because you have schizophrenia.
No, because that's a true rating system. You got to be fucking judgmental.
Yeah, I agree. So let's say icons of infamy, because like I would say he's kind of god level though. It's Gacy.
I know, but there's going to be so many people coming up here that you gotta judge them.
Not everybody.
All right.
I would say God, just because it's Gacy. I would say God level. Everyone's laughing in the chat because we're arguing about this.
Was that Scott Tenorman? Yes, it was.
Oh yeah, Scott. That shit is so fun. That episode, and when he tells him what he did, and he's like, yeah, it is like. Oh,
and I knew you weren't going to eat my chili, so I swapped it out with chips.
So fucked up. I want to cover Eileen Warner's on an episode very soon. We haven't, like, other than when me and Anton did it, we haven't covered many female serial killers. So I'd like to get back into that seat. A rare, it'd probably be, I don't know. Don't say that. A rare female serial killer, Warner's murdered 7 men in Florida between 1989 and 1999. While working as a prostitute, she claimed self-defense against sexual assault, but her crimes and troubled life were based on films and documentary. There's a film called Monster. If you've never seen it, that famous actress, what is her name? Can you look it up right now? Look up Monster movie. I can't remember her name, but
it's going to bring up Monsters Inc.
No, it's not. They make, what's her name, look like she looks bad. She didn't wear makeup. They put makeup on her, and she's like normally a naturally pretty woman. She's probably a reptile, but not the chick from Casper.
Yeah, that's actually who I was just about to say.
Yeah. What's her name?
Talk about Annie Corley, Catherine Megan, Caitlin Velasquez.
The Monster
I don't know.
movie.
There's a bunch of them. Yeah.
True crime.
Yeah.
What? Catherine Heigl, or what's her name? She's very famous.
Oh, it was just right there. I just said that.
She's the top. It's something like, oh my God, I hate you.
It didn't come up.
Do I have to fucking look this up now?
Is known as her Monster, where she portrays a serial killer, Charlie.
Yes.
Or Charles Theron.
Charlize Theron. Oh my God! Yeah, she is very famous. They made.
Oh, there was a bunch. Fugly. There was a bunch of other ones too, though.
What was the actress that she? They're probably in the top. That she was, because she had a girlfriend, and then she was like, "You can't do this." How do you like attractive female serial
Christina Ricci.
Yeah, Christina Ricci. Man, are you terrible? That was the chick
I'm bad at
from
names.
fucking Casper, man. Jesus. I want to cover at some point. She there's videos of her.
That's not Ricci, by the way, though. There's no H. It can't be.
Christina Ricci. That's how they say her name. Ricci.
Ricci is Ricci.
Yeah, Ricci. It's Christina Ricci. That's how people say Ricci. Ricci. I don't know why how it's pronounced. But Eileen Warnes would say things like, this is why some episodes like Charles Manson, Eileen Warnes, I want to play clips of them. We did for Ramirez, where she's like, they've been pulsing sonic weapons in my head. She literally said stuff like this where they were using mind control, which is interesting because there is a lot of connections to the idea of serial killers and being used for like these purposes. She's an interesting character. She literally, like, some guy supposedly essayed her with a crowbar, and then she took out her vengeance after, but then she was stealing from them. I'll say she's a mad genius mayhem, just because how famous her case is and because of what she did to people, men.
Show me the board again. Do we have anyone in that category right now?
No, we actually don't.
Yeah, I agree then.
Can't agree on your OCD, you fuck.
No, I think it's not about OCD. It's about actually judging people harshly and not just putting everyone in the top 3 for no.
I'm not saying
reason.
that everyone should be there. There's a lot of people that we'll say won't be there. We'll still need one for Dusty Five.
I bet you we're going to end this with 99% in the top 2.
No, we need to definitely, we'll get there. There's some people that you're not going to know of, and that will be a good pointing to. You're just an average white guy, you know? If I were to picture an average white guy, if I told AI, make me a picture of an average white guy, it would be you, you know? So, so now we have Jeffrey Dahmer. We literally did 2 episodes about Dahmer.
There's no arguing. He's
God level.
Yeah, there's not much else.
FBI, open up!
A Milwaukee serial killer active between 1978 and 1999, or 1991, Jesus, who lured young... Remember, Billy, I was born in that year. Remember that?
You remember back then when there weren't so many Mexicans?
When there wasn't so many Indians?
That's such a good... That's all I'm saying.
Remember?
Oh, you're getting so much
it's
shit
true.
with people.
Whatever, man. It's true. Everyone notices. I talk to truckers at work, and they're like, "Yeah, there's too many Indians." If they're not an Indian trucker, a Milwaukee serial killer active between 1978 and 1991. He lured young men into his apartment, murdered them, and engaged in necrophilia, cannibalism. His gruesome crimes and calm demeanor in interviews made him one of the most infamous and notorious serial killers in history. Listen. If you guys have not checked it out, it's only on audio, the first episode that me and Billy did. But me, Aaron, and Anton, when Anton was part of the show, we did like almost 4 hours on Dahmer, and it's epic. It's hilarious. There's a lot. It's a long one, but it's very funny. There's a lot of videos. I actually think we did. We killed him, literally, like that guy did with. We thought originally was a broomstick, but it was actually a dumbbell.
Daisy, you have such a nice name to be saying something that fucking absurd.
Always bet on the feather Indians, not the dot Indians.
I was not expecting that to come up.
Well, I will dispute that. I've been fans of natives my whole life, but they've benefited a lot from the white man. They get free everything, billions of dollars for fake, fucking non-existent bones. So. Give them $40.4 billion. It was just septic tanks and tree trunks, but let's just give them billions of dollars from our money. Yeah. So that's why my guff. Give white people $30.5 billion if they're not elites, just as your average white people, and see what they do with it.
Yeah, probably a lot of drugs.
South Africa is born.
yeah, no shit.
So obviously Dahmer, man, check that shit. It's so good.
That's unarguable.
Yeah, then we got fucking Bundy. He has to go up there. I actually was debating.
See, this is what I meant. Like, we'd be judging these a lot more critically if we knew there was only so many spots.
I know. A Bundy, there is people that will have to go through that are maybe icons, right? But like the thing is, Ted Bundy, a highly intelligent and sadistic killer.
Sorry.
Okay, sadistic killer who confessed to killing over 30 women across several U.S. states during the 1970s. Bundy's charm and normal appearance allowed him to lure victims, and he escaped custody twice and after being caught, and then was executed in 1989. I want to cover Bundy at some point, and we've talked about this before. We're like, it's overdone. It's maybe we shouldn't do Bundy. And I'm like, you know what? I think it might be a good idea because Bundy is like such an interesting character, and I feel like we do our own spin on it. But like, he like escaped out of prison, and like literally when he was arrested, he would jump off the table in his cell to get his ankles and his body used to jumping down from a high height because he figured out how to crawl through the roof and then get out the prison. That guy was a genius. Maybe not for the fact that he needs to be high on the list, but maybe he should be in Mad Genius Mayhem. Just because of the way he acted. Like, he doesn't necessarily need to be like top doesn't need to be top. Like, the middle can be like, hey, these are the dudes that are like, I'm trying to be like, you know,
they're still fucked.
I know.
Yeah, but like, again, you're talking. You originally started this whole tier list by basically saying like the top ones are the ones we all kind of know about, and they're all like he's got to be up there.
Literally,
it's like everyone fucking knows his name. There's like he's probably one of the top 3 most famous fucking.
Yeah, I agree.
Killers.
So this will be interesting because there'll be someone that you don't know about. Yeah, Ted Bundy will be. That's an interesting.
He's got to be.
Well, I think we'll cover him at some point. He did that. He was like known for the spree killing when he went through that place in Florida. Like, that's crazy. He hid under beds and only one chick survived. And he went where every killer does this, where they do like their rampage mode.
Oh, he let someone survive?
Yeah, she was hiding
down
under
the
a bed.
list. Down the list.
She was hiding under a bed.
Fucking loser.
During the when he went to the Florida college, or it was a university.
Oh yeah,
he just like went berserk. He literally was like fucking rampage mode and just started going through the whole university slaying chicks.
That's wild.
Hey, it's like home cooking. Some people do it better. Just putting it out there. Love Strange Brew seasoning. You guys had the Strange Brew seasoning. Wow, we should put that out, man. Maybe like I wish we could create. I would love to at some point if we could ever create a beer. That would be awesome. Dude.
The secret recipe is cum.
Yes, we'll give you guys protein through our.
The health board will love us. It'll be fine.
Okay, because my list messed up. We're just gonna I might as well.
What do you mean your list messed up?
Well, on the way that's set up on the stream here, let me bring this down. So we have Robert Hansen next, an Alaskan serial killer. This would be an interesting case to get to because this is a less known serial killer, but he's fucked up. The Alaskan serial killer who abducted women, often sex workers. Much like eventually, he's not on the list, but we'll get to Robert Pickton. I feel like pretty soon. I want to cover Robert Pickton in the connection.
I can't believe we haven't yet.
I know, me either. I'm like trying to maybe we should just do this sooner than later. I'll write it out actually maybe very soon. This is crazy. So he flew them in from remote areas, like these prostitutes and these sex workers and women, and abducted them.
Come in from Miami.
Dude, This is what we have to cover this at some point because he hunted them down for sport in the wilderness before he killed them. He confessed to at least 17 murders in 1970s and 80s, leaving behind a chilling legacy. He abducted people that he would fly out to Alaska, these sex workers, and then he would hunt them down like the human hunting club we talked about for sport.
Yeah, that guy's bored. Did they have internet up there at the time? He was very bored. He needed some entertainment. They didn't have
Isn't that crazy?
Any ball tournaments up in Alaska.
Actually, I will fight for Dusty Files because it's not a crime that a lot of people talk about or know about compared to others, where it's almost like one of those cases you got to pull out and go, you're like coughing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fair enough. And
dude,
still, like it still is messed up. No, I've never.
Dude, Robert Hansen's fucked, man.
Like the name sounds very familiar though, but I don't remember any of the details.
Yeah, Robert Hansen's that'll be an interesting case. I'm actually kind of excited to get into that because you don't know. There's some killers in some of these true crimes that you not knowing about kind of makes it more fun because you're like your reaction to some of these things. So now we have my boy, the fish, We have the fish. The fish has entered the building. We covered Albert Fish. Some of these serial killers I might want to redo it, like even in years to come if the world still exists the way that it does. And we have the internet. But go back if you don't watch. If you're watching and you've never listened to some of the older audio episodes, me and Billy covered Albert Fish. It's actually a very hilarious episode. Wouldn't that be sexy if we could hunt the whole Parliament? Don't say that. That's get us on a watch list, which we probably already are. But yeah, they do it to us.
We is a big stretch here. Yeah. I am very clearly just a bystander.
Are you though? So if I get arrested for hate crimes, I'm not gonna take. You want to come with me?
You fucking better not break me.
Like Billy made me do it. He put a gun to my head.
I am very much on the sidelines of this, and I will laugh because he said something inadvertently funny that wasn't that I was laughing at.
She meant paintballs. It's fine.
Yeah, of course. Oh, that sounds fun.
Fucking just bruising the shit. People are not gonna like this, but I want to shoot Pierre right in the face. Not with a gun, with a paintball.
Billy and Tom Cat are innocent.
Yes, with a paintball. I just think everyone stop believing these fucking millionaires that make so much money off of playing pretend. That's literally what Pierre and all these politicians do, no matter if it's Mark Carney, Pierre, any of them. They play pretend. They're fucking fake. Pierre's the fakest fuck on the earth. He's literally been a career politician his entire life, never actually worked a hard job in his life, never worked a job other than being a parasite, because that's what politicians are.
Fair enough.
It's true, man. It fucking makes me angry because I'm like, he's like complaining about stuff Mark Carney does, and I like that Jeremy on X was like, cry into your millions of dollars, you bitch, or something like that. And I was like, well, that's technically, he's a millionaire. He's worth fucking millions of dollars. So Albert Fish, infamous.
Did I just get really foggy?
A little bit. Now you're good.
Do I look 2D? What just happened?
Fine. You are 2D. Too dumb. What happened? What are you doing? Your cord's not plugged in properly because it cut your cam out.
I haven't moved.
Okay, now you look fine, you dusty fuck. So an American child killer, cannibal, and sadist from the early 20th century. He confessed to horrific crimes, including killing of young Grace Budd, and sent graphic letters to her family describing the crime, cementing his legacy in one of the most disturbing crimes ever caught. And I would consider him God level, but like, Albert Fish is fucked in the first place of him literally being like, you remember the letter that we read on the episode? Everyone needs to check this out when he's like,
yeah,
I ate her ass, and he sends a letter to the family after he abducts this child. He says, oh, his nephew's going to a birthday party or whatever. And, she could tag along, and he ate her butt. He cut her butt off and cooked it. And when she came down the stairs, she was upstairs. He brings his child over in the pretense that it's a birthday party. This guy would eat raw meat in front of his children and make them try to eat raw meat. This guy was a psycho. And when Grace Budd was upstairs, she was looking out the window or something. He had her, she was downstairs. He came downstairs. He's like, come up here. Come upstairs. And when she walked upstairs, he was an old creepy man. Look, this guy right here. And he was naked, and then essentially, yes, did what he did. I think he's God level. Or I'll say icons of infamy.
I was
not
toying.
Everybody.
I was toying, but he still is fucking nuts.
He is, that's crazy. A lot of movies are based off of him. This will be an interesting, different kind of take. Now we have Al Capone, which will eventually.
Shit.
Yeah, some of the stuff will come for our pod, because some of the stuff I think you would like talking about. A notorious Chicago mob boss during the Prohibition era, responsible for countless acts of violence, including the orchestrating the murders like the St. Valentine Day Massacre. Although known for brutality, he was ultimately imprisoned for tax evasion, rather than as the fact that you can get arrested for that while fucking criminals and government steal our money. And he has more his violent crimes. But essentially, it's so crazy. All the crazy things that he did. He gets arrested for tax evasion. Fucking stupid.
Just goes to show they don't care about your lives. They care about their money.
I would say icons of infamy or mad genius mayhem.
I love Al Capone. Everybody knows Al Capone.
Yeah.
And if we're going to go on the same kind of, I guess gangsters and mob bosses are very similar to what Manson did. Build a cult leading.
Yeah.
It's under the same, kind of umbrella. I'd say icons of infamy.
Okay, you guys in the
He's up
chat
there.
can dispute some of this stuff if you want to give us your ideas. This will be an interesting.
I love how
Do
he
not-
you always like refer to the chat if you like don't quite agree with what you want me to do. You're like, I hope someone else talks against.
Interesting take. How many on your list happen to be Jewish? There are rather high amount of serial killers being. Oh, can I find that out? Can you go dig me up some research and I'll do a show about that.
Hey,
I
I
actually
pull
didn't
that
think
right
about
up.
that. How many serial killers were Jewish or Ashkenazi?
How many? Oh no, it's how many Jewish people are serial killers.
Okay.
To see in their population are serial killers. I
It's
wonder
a
if
thing.
Google will give me this answer.
I don't think it will. Google's
The
gonna
AI
back
didn't even
up.
fucking. It didn't even prompt.
Yeah,
It's like,
it's
nope,
you
we're
can't
not
say
talking
this.
about this.
I did get to write man a whole episode about Israel's involvement in 9/11, and I'm surprised of what it gave me. I was like, "Whoa, could you be telling me the stuff that I already knew about?" But I'm like, "Woo." John Dillinger. This will be interesting because I think I will go into Mayhem Mad Genius already or whatever. Genius Mayhem. Just for the fact that John Dillinger, a famous Depression era gangster and bank robber, Dillinger became a folk anti-hero. While not a serial killer, his daring heists, prison escapes, and shootouts with law enforcement made him public enemy number one until the FBI gunned him down in 1934. There was a movie that eventually, I like to watch before we cover him. But now some of these people, I'm like, John Dillinger would be a really fun case just because it's like, it's a wild story about him, like the gangster, and there's a movie, Johnny Depp played him in a movie, and it was just like, I would say mad geniuses of mayhem, just because not everybody knows. Everybody knows.
Do you think
What do you think about Dillinger?
He's
A lot
on
of hip
my
hop artistry references it.
yeah, he's on the bottom of my radar though for sure.
Okay, maybe Bloody
So,
Buffoons or Dusty
I'm
Files.
I'm more into Bloody Buffoons because I definitely know him, but he's definitely on like the bottom list of who I know. And I feel like I talk to a lunatic that talks about serial killers all the time, and I feel like I should know more than the general public. So there's
serial
that.
Killers
Are Jewish. It wouldn't give me the population of Jewish people to serial killers.
It's not a verified list. And it's like, of course, killers.
But we do
Jewish runs
believe
into a few
85%.
major issues.
Okay, stop.
I
It's
know.
fine. You're not gonna find the answer on Google
I
right
know,
now.
it definitely won't let me do it. Yeah, no verified things. It won't tell me anything. There's no official percentage. Of course there's not. Of course there's not. Dillinger, Bloody Buffoons.
Buffoon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now this is a case. Wasn't Dillinger that had the metal bulletproof helmet? I don't know. That'd be sweet though. If you had like a bulletproof helmet, that's fucking crazy.
Well, isn't that just a war helmet, like a metal
No,
helmet?
some of them you could get shot.
Oh,
in the
are
head,
you
so-
talking about like a fucking Darth Vader mask that you can't like the whole thing is bulletproof?
Dude, you hear they're coming out with Spaceballs?
Because like a
2?
war helmet is bulletproof.
You hear they're coming out with Spaceballs 2? They're doing it. And Rick
What?
Moranis is coming back. Yo, I'm so excited. Darth helmet, bro.
When?
I don't know. Soon he did a whole announcement, like literally Mel Brooks, which he's a Jew, but he did it. He did an announcement. He's like almost dead, and they're like, "Oh, we're coming back to do this." Crazy. So, Genia, I've never heard of this case. Actually, I've never heard of this guy. I really had to look into it because I couldn't even find his picture.
2027.
I know. Well, the world will be over by then. We'll be seeing it surrounded by Indians.
I'm so excited though.
What about Barf? Yeah, I always thought that was funny. Barf. So Giannini Versailles, a world-renowned Italian fashion designer. I'm probably butchering this name. Whatever, who cares? Was shot and killed outside his Miami Beach mansion in 1997 by a spree killer Andrew Cunningham. His death shocked the fashion world. It remains the most famous high-profile murders of the 90s. I'm literally putting this at the bottom of the barrel. I don't know who the fuck this guy is. Never heard about this case. Only the new ones are bullet resistance level 3. Yeah.
I have no idea. I have no idea who that is.
No, bottom of the barrel. I actually have no idea. We got Berkowitz. Someone else we need. Some of these people we need to cover. My brother's been pushing us to cover Jim Jones, so that'll be up on the docket. But David Berkowitz, known as the Son of Sam. Berkowitz terrorized New York City in the late 1970s with a series of random shootings, killing 6 people and wounding several others. He taunted police with letters claiming a demonic dog commanded him to kill. Berkowitz is god level. He is very famous. There's so many movies based off of him, and I might dispute. I would say Icons of Infamy.
I love how he can I do a little face. He's like, that one.
Well, I'm just like he is very famous, but he's an icon, right? And
he's not up where those guys are.
He thought that the next door neighbor's dog was talking to him.
Like, he's nuts. I'm not saying he's not nuts.
And he's in the intro, so we definitely have to talk about him.
Yeah, he's up there.
Interestingly enough, BTK is very famous, but he's not as famous as most people think. So BTK, Dennis Rader, I definitely want to cover Dennis Rader. Something. If you want to talk about like sadistic, most piece of shit serial killers ever to exist, he's up there. A Kansas serial killer who murdered 10 people between 1974 and 1991, binding, torturing, and killing his victims. Bind, torture, kill. BTK. He invaded captive.
Oh, I didn't know where that came from.
Yeah.
Oh. Neat.
He invaded capture for decades by living seamlessly normal life until his own letters to the police led him to his arrest. Now, that's not actually true. In 2005. So.
Sorry, 2 seconds. I'm just turning on the light.
Okay, well, fuck Billy. Gotta turn the light. It's getting dark in my home. Oh, why are they so foamy? So foamy, like that blueberry beer.
The blueberry.
Yeah. Throwback to 7 Years of Strangeness. If you never watched, even the audio listeners, people watching, if you haven't watched the 7 Years of Strangeness live stream, definitely go do it.
Dude, I still get that every day now.
Really? Because you're
almost every day. Yeah. If the blueberry beer still runs strong.
In my veins. So, like, interesting enough, BTK got busted because they found a floppy disk he was using. Like, it's crazy back then. Yeah.
Where? In his house?
In the library. That he was I'm pretty sure. I'll have to look. Like, pretty sure. Yeah.
He went. I want to put this guy on the bottom of the barrel for this. This guy went to the library.
Dude, there's images of him wearing weird like lingerie. This guy was a psychopath, and this is one I've joked.
Well, I know that. I'm just saying that's how he got caught.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, very. Yeah,
he went to the fucking library to what? Upload his floppy disk on the local computer?
Dude, something like that, something along those lines where he went to and they traced it back to him. Or so he used a floppy disk on a public library to write the letter that he sent the police, and then they decoded it and found out through like something like that. It's crazy. And so get this, this is why I joked with you about like you still have time, because he didn't kill his first victim until he was 34.
I'm working on it. I'm getting there. Don't worry.
To be fair, back in the 90s, the world could be saved or destroyed by a floppy disk.
She's not wrong.
And if you're drunk, I've never had this problem, but Billy definitely has. You can have a floppy dick.
Fuck off. I was already going to make that joke, and I went, no, that's in bad taste. And then go figure.
Did you hear the song that I made? We are bad taste. So I will say for BTK, I will say Mad Genius Mayhem, because he's not as famous as others. I think you will agree.
I do agree. He's not up to infamy. He's not a buffoon either, though.
Okay, now we got fucking Jim Jones, bro. My brother's been pushing us to cover this, and I actually have it written out, but it's got to wait because it's going to be long.
I'm sure it will be.
J. Edgar Hoover was a tranny, too. We're aware. He used to dress up, and they had supposedly incriminating evidence on him, and that's why he bended his will. He's the one that dressed up. Like, there was pictures of him, he was a cross-dresser, a president. He loved Bohemian Grove. Leaders of the People's Temple cult who orchestrated the 1978 Jonestown massacre in Ghana, or whatever how you pronounce this. Over 900 followers died in a mass murder, suicide by drinking cyanide-laced punch. One of the largest cult tragedies in history. Okay, it was punch. I'm just saying it. People are like, drink the Kool-Aid. It wasn't Kool-Aid. It was
is that
Flavor Aid.
Is that who started it?
It was Flavor Aid. It wasn't
Was that
Kool-Aid.
like okay, fuck off.
It was black people's Kool-Aid.
Oh my god.
I drank Flavor Aid when I was a kid.
It's drank.
I drank the purple drink, you know.
Is that if that's the OG guy that started the fucking whole idea that you can like mass kill someone by drinking the Kool-Aid, like that meme alone.
I know. And like
I'm putting you to God level.
Dude, I'm putting you right up there. The rapper Jim Jones.
Yeah. And there's also the fighter.
Well, I don't think he renamed his name after.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
God level for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, now
you can't like start something like that and nobody knows it came from him though. Does that change anything? I don't think many people know that's where that started because I didn't.
I know, but you're dumb.
Well, I knew he did it. I just if that's actually where that like began, like because of him. Like, did other people do that or just him?
No, just him. He's the only one that's where that came from. Do you remember? Do you remember Dipset?
I remember when there weren't so many Indians.
Do you remember Dipset?
No.
You remember Dipset? Jim Jones, like rappers. You remember Dipset?
I don't know who that is.
Wow, what type of hip hop fan are you, man?
I like Eminem.
Ruger fucking Rel. Yeah, what the fuck? How did you not know Dipset? Dipset was the shit back in the day, man. It was like G-Unit. It was like crazy, dude. All the founding fathers' wives look like they could swing dick. You know what they say. You see an Adam's apple, she's rocking a banana. Yo, there's speculations about like Mark Carney's wife, Macron's wife, from France. There's a theory that Macron and Trudeau were fucking each other. And were gay for each other, and now his wife, Macron's wife, I think it was that I saw an article, won't take a DNA test. Like she won't take a genetic. Yeah. Remember berries?
Remember berries? I need you to go to the store for me quick and go pick up some member berries for me.
Yeah, Macron's wife. That just came out. She won't take a test to prove that she's not a man. So you're a man. Jim Jones God level. Now we have your boy, the boy. We have Richard Ramirez, but she still needs a prostate exam at 50. It was speculated. Yes. Everything is speculation on this podcast.
Please, Billy, please, no gibberish tonight, please. I beg you.
Yeah, God love. I don't think we need to get into this, and I don't think anyone's going to argue with me.
No, because we've done 2 episodes on
It's not just about what we've done. It's like, name one person that doesn't know that name.
I know.
I think my mom knows who that is, and she like fucking grew up without TV in Mexico.
I heard she was down for our serial killer dildos, and she specifically wanted Ramirez.
My mom?
Yeah.
You are so fucking lucky I'm not over there. I'll see you in 2 weeks, buddy.
Remember, like, fucking, what episode is that with Anton? He's like, punch him, Billy. He's like, you're like, I don't want to. It's too far away. And we were in the same room. I don't know what I said. Anton kept telling you to punch me. And I was like, it's too far. I think it was when you were in your dumb Trudeau clown makeup.
Oh, my God.
For all the fans, if you are new or whatever, and you've never like watched the Halloween special about the Ouija board, you need to watch it. It is by far some of the funniest shit that we've ever done. So now this is interesting because this will be maybe a debate. The teenage gunmen, Eric Harris and Dylan Cobalt, they were behind the 1999 Columbine High School massacre in Colorado. I'm going to start writing out this stuff too because this might be a good idea to cover. They murdered 12 students and a teacher before killing themselves, sparking a nationwide debate on school violence and security. Now you get to the theories very quickly about the conspiracy theories, based on the fact that there was 20 witnesses that I'm aware of that didn't say it looked like Eric Harris or Dylan Cobalt. They came in with masks on, and there's footage of this, and they weren't the same height, and people speculate that it was actually the CIA conducting this, using them as scapegoats after they killed them, and then they used them to push this idea that they need to ban guns in America. A lot of school shootings throughout history of America were actually staged. Not saying they were. Alex Jones got in trouble for this with Sandy Hook. There's a lot of weird things about that. But there is theories that they've used a lot of these school shootings, may not all of them, but a lot of them, to frame this idea of gun control, especially in America where their Second Amendment, they have a right to bear arms. So if you get into this aspect of it, it's a very deep conspiracy that we'll eventually talk about. Billy will beat you with it? His uncircumcised penis? One of those creatures' strap-ons. What do you think of Eric Harris and Dylan Cobalt?
I had a whole fucking thing ready to say, and then that just kind of blanked my mind. Hey, what am I gonna do? Like, am I gonna pull my foreskin over his face?
You know what image I just got? I just got an image of you like standing over me. Maybe I think you hit me down or something, and then you're like trying to pull it. Like someone trying to put a condom over their head, and they're like, and you're like suffocating me with your foreskin. I'm like, oh, Billy.
Fuck, that's gross.
That's hilarious though. That's probably the funniest shit I've ever fucking thought about.
You didn't think about it. I just told you.
We're fucked. The dildo Tom's giving your mom.
Oh yeah.
You beat me with it, yeah.
Dude, I won't beat you with it. She'll beat you with it. My mom's stronger than I am, man.
Would it be weird if I say that Eric Harris and Dylan Cobalt are bloody buffoons?
They kind of are. Like, if they are, that you're right though. Like, I remember watching all those documentaries, and like they're like, yeah, their sneakers weren't the same, their height wasn't the same. They looked like more or less like almost grown adults.
Yeah, I know. That's what a lot of people speculate about that.
There was a big thing about that, but again, like security footage was shoddy. Like everything's like weak, right? And it's
There's some that'll be interesting to dive into. I'm gonna say bloody buffoons.
Yeah, I'd throw them there too. If they actually did it, no, you know what? If they actually did it, bloody buffoons. If they didn't, I'd put this in Dusty Files.
Yeah, let's say Dusty Files just to
even
help
it out
with
a
Billy's OC.
My favorite guy is actually coming up. My new favorite guy.
Who's your new favorite guy?
I see him on the bottom. He's our very last one. He's my favorite man ever.
Okay.
Mr. Mario's brother.
Okay, let's I was gonna whatever. Go back and listen to our episode about next we have as I'm gonna get to of the episode we did. This is not in order as I wanted it to be.
Whatever.
David Koresh.
Picking random people.
David Koresh, the self-proclaimed prophet leading the Branch Davidians sect in Waco, Texas. His standoff with federal agents in 1993 ended in a massacre of fire, killing Koresh and over 70 of his followers, including a lot of children that the FBI and the ATF allowed to happen. I don't believe all of the nonsense and the story that is told about David Koresh. Part of me thinks they probably, for all I know, maybe it's true. For all I know, they made up all that stuff about him molesting the kids. He could have. I'm not saying he didn't, but I'm saying the story is very fishy. And if they need to excuse their murder, you know what I mean? To excuse them murdering children and burning down the place when David Koresh sent out videos saying, like, you know, I don't want you to do anything. These are my children. I'll protect them. So we'll see.
Sorry, I was not smiling at what you're saying. Those Mennonite ladies. They have strong hands, can confirm.
You mean strong hands like this? Is that what you mean? Oh. So David Koresh, listen to our episode about him. There's a lot of weird, maybe at some point we'll break down more conspiracies. The ATF and FBI was fucked. I would say Dusty Files. I know it's very famous.
Oh, he's super famous.
Okay, so Icons of Infamy.
No, like that's where I was originally thinking. But if you're at Dusty Files, we got to talk between Genius Mayhem and Bloody Buffoon.
I wouldn't call him a Bloody Buffoon. Koresh's music is epic. That's what I was going to bring up. And I was like, it will take me too much effort.
All right, I do Mayhem. Because I was going to put him in Infamy just because of how many people.
Yo, Koresh is like epic on the guitar, man. Remember that song I showed you? Madman in Waco. Like, dude, it slays, bro. It slays.
Slaps.
I know this. So for all, wait, I just noticed you don't have Bonnie and Clyde on your list. This is just a starter to the true crime thing. There is one tier list I have of all serial killers, and that might be like a 3-hour thing. Like there's so many of them that I might tell you it might be a long time. So now we have Ted Kaczynski, very famous. Ted Kaczynski, known as the Unabomber. Kaczynski waged a mail bombing campaign from 1978 to 1995, targeting universities and airlines, killing 3 and injuring many. A manifesto he sent to the press led to his capture. Now, before we get into this, when we cover him, Ted Kaczynski, there's a lot of conspiracy theories surrounding him. You know, that some of those mail bombs were not actually him. So let's, I want to keep this chugging along. I want to get through these people who are weighing on time.
No, that's fine. We're okay. Right?
Let's say Mad Genius Mayhem. Because Kaczynski was a genius, but I don't feel like he's well known as like Charles Manson. There's conspiracy. His fan, like he was like part of there's like a CIA connection, and lots of weird things.
Yeah, he's definitely not a buffoon. Take Mayhem.
Not a lot of them are hoaxes. I feel like some of them would be hoaxes. Billy's gonna take a shit on the street. Yeah, there's so many MK Ultra connections to Ted Kaczynski. We'll talk about that at some point. There's like a bunch. Was Ted Kaczynski into cross dressing? I did not hear about that. That's actually hilarious. Oh yeah. Weird. Did not know that. So I'll say Mad Genius of Mayhem. Interestingly enough, Ted Kaczynski's a hard one because there's so many conspiracies around it. Something that we've wanted to cover for a long time is O.J. Simpson, a former football star and the actor accused of murdering his ex-wife Nicole Brown Simpson, maybe through a ritual murder. They say there's a lot of theories, and her friend Ron Goldman. Can you say what does that sound like? Who named themselves Ron Goldman? In 1994. Let's get you a sound effect of you saying that.
Es sind die einzigen, die wirklich als international.
That'd be a go. I like that on the board. Just
I know. I deleted all my Jew ones. So I'm like, it was publicized trial ended in an acquittal. There's a great show. I actually think Cuba Gooding Jr. did a good job, even though he's supposed to be a weirdo. Though he was later found liable on the civil case. This dude, like, I don't want to talk about OJ because I'll be too long of a rant. But that guy's wild. Like when he got in trouble recently because he stole like back his memorabilia or some crazy shit. Yo, guy's crazy. What do you think? I know he's famous, but I would say Bloody Buffoon. Just cause,
I was literally just gonna say, off the case, I'd say Bloody Buffoon.
But infamy, he is
because he's the juice, and he was one of the greatest football players of all time. I want to put him in infamy.
I know. We'll say Bloody Buffoons.
Put him in Mad Genius Mayhem at least.
Okay, fine.
He's so famous, man.
OJ's 100%.
He's so fucking famous.
Unhinged, the N-word coming out. Yeah. Not yet. No, we're not doing that. I've done that once on the show, and I made people guess. And there's like, listen, a long time ago on the show, there was like I know we have fans of all walks of life.
I know you're about to wildly admit to something you shouldn't. Skip over it.
No, it's fine. I don't care about saying the fucking N-word. I say it all the time. I don't give a shit.
Oh, no. I thought you were about to go way further than that.
No. That there is a fan, and he was like I don't even know if he's a fan. He just listened to our show, and I've said we have fans that are black, white, Asian, Native. Like we have fans of all walks of life, color, and creed. Just because I defend my own people does not mean I'm against others. Love for my own people is not hatred for others, right? But there was literally years ago. I said, I was like, I've only said because we're joking about like Joe Rogan getting banned or like, well, people bringing up how he said the N-word on older shows.
Oh,
And I said,
okay.
I've only said it once, which is not true now. It's like 2 or 3 times. But I said it once on the show, and I was like, go find the episode. And the guy was like, I see you're trying to find the, and he said the N-word. He said, the word. And he's like, he literally was like, I see you're trying to, playing the game, trying to find the, and I was like, and he was posting on our Facebook page or whatever. And I was like, it's a fucking joke, guy. You afraid of a word that you call each other nonstop? Like,
but Alex was there. It's okay. I love
I
you,
know.
Daisy.
Well, it's true. Alex was part of the show. Alex is literally black. And I'm like, dude, we used to, yeah. Billy's
awesome.
like, Billy wanted to say it on the show. And he was like, we can though. But Alex used to be in the room. And you never said it, but it would have been funny if you did. I love Alex. I would love to try to bring him back on the show at some point.
Well, I'm going to Ontario. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I know. The Mendez brothers, Lyle and Eric Mendez, shot and killed their wealthy parents in Beverly Hills Mansion in 1989. Their televised trials gained notoriety, but their defense claim of years of abuse. This just got famous. A lot of people didn't really know about them.
I just watched this. Well, it's because of the Netflix show, dude.
Yes.
They were
Dusty
fucked.
Files.
I know,
We're gonna
but
talk about it
like
at some
everyone
point.
knows about them now.
Long time lurker, you had immunity. Yes. No, I say Dusty Files because it was a file that had to be blown off and for people to remember.
For people to remember, yeah, fair enough.
So here
That
we
was
go.
fucked though. Those two brothers were fucked.
Well, what we'll talk, all of these true crime cases that we're mentioning, we will cover in long format. And I'm like, Billy has expressed to me that out of everything that we cover, I'm still going to make him do even very controversial episodes because I decide what goes on here. Billy loves true crime. So we'll get into like really some messed up stuff soon because there's so many things that we can talk about. So obviously we have the Memphis 3, the 3 teenagers, Damon, Eccles, I think his name is, Jason Baldwin, and Jesse Miss Kelly Jr., convicted of the 1993 murders of 3 young boys in West Memphis, Arkansas, our favorite place. Their case sparked controversy over the lack of evidence and the alleged satanic panic leading to their eventual release. So there's a lot of proof that they didn't actually do this, and they were blamed for it. It's a very famous case. It's in regards of this satanic panic stuff. But the thing is, I listened to Jake Shields talk about this, and the satanic panic thing was over there. I don't know. It was interesting, Jake Shields' case, because there was stuff obviously happening with the Finders cult, which I have an episode ready for, and stuff like that. But there is over exaggerations, but there's also really weird things going on. They're trying to cover up by saying it was just the satanic panic. It wasn't real.
I'm so sorry to discredit. Yeah, that's. I was gonna say. I think you're getting vetoed.
Okay, Mendez made 4 TV2, tons of me. Yeah, okay.
I think you're getting
So
vetoed. I think it's going up to Bloody Buffoon.
Okay, it'll go up to Bloody Buffoon. We got one veto.
I think.
Yeah, there's
I
so
think
much
they get up
weird
to Bloody
things.
Buffoon.
So many weird things about the West Memphis case. Tons. So eventually, like we'll cover it, and we'll get into more of the details. So I would say the West Memphis case, because I would say Dusty Files, we can argue about Bloody Buffoon. I know it's very famous, but like it wasn't something that I was aware of. When I was even into true crime, I wasn't really aware of it. I know you weren't.
To date, I still am not. That's as much as I knew of it.
All right, we're gonna do Bloody the bottom of the barrel for them.
Yeah.
Okay, this will be an interesting one that I think we should do at some point because it's so fucked. Warren Jeffs. Do you know who Warren Jeffs is?
The name sounds familiar. Keep talking. I might.
The leader of the fundamentalist LDS Church, Jeff arranged forced marriages of underage girls to men, older men, and was convicted of child sexual assault, receiving a life sentence. The Latter-day Saints Church. Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, it's fucked, dude. I would say Dusty Files because not a lot of people know about Warren Jeffs. Like, I didn't until I listened to stuff later on in my life, like in my early 20s. He's fucked, though.
But
and me and Chelsea watched a doc about him. He's crazy, yo.
I was going to say, that is fucked, though. Could he be a buffoon?
Okay, well, I gotta say Bloody Buffoon, then. This has got to go in God-level ghouls, not in the regard of what it is, but the infamy. Go back, check out me and Aaron's episode about John Benet Ramsey. Me and Aaron killed it. It was a great episode. We broke down all the details, show clips. It was I think we did, for covering something so fucked up and disturbing, we covered it in a sensitive way. Unlike how we did the episode that me and Aaron did about Ian Brady and what's her name? Yeah, that was, we weren't as sensitive, that's for sure. But it was in like the fucking 60s or 50s. A 6-year-old beauty pageant contestant found strangled and bludgeoned in her family's Boulder, Colorado home in 1996. Her highly publicized murder remains unsolved, with theories involving both families and intruders. For sure, God level, just the fact that it's John Benet Ramsey. Everybody knows that name. Everybody.
Does everybody? Until you... No, I did. But like until, like, if I never met you, I don't think I would have.
So icons of infamy?
Yeah. I think I would have been like that. That's not like straight media attention. That's not like, dude, every Joe Blow knows that name.
There's a lot
not
of
like Ramirez, not like
dude.
John Wayne Gacy.
There's 9/11 conspiracies to John Benet Ramsey. There's so many like crazy theories.
I'm sure there is, and that's why he's up there. But I don't think every single Joe Blow would know that name right off the bat. Like I honestly, well, I've known about it since probably Swish LA, to be honest. But
yeah, did you hear?
But that's only because of you. I don't know if I ever would have came across that if not for you.
What about your girlfriend? Casey Anthony? What do you think about her?
What about my girlfriend?
Do you know who Casey Anthony
yeah,
is?
Yeah, we talked about this. But
we haven't covered her in full form, but yeah.
Yeah, we've talked about her a lot, though.
Accused of murdering her 2 young daughters, Kaylee, in 2008 in Orlando, Florida. She was acquitted in 2011 despite strong suspicions, leading to the mass public outrage and debate. I will say Mad Genius Mayhem, middle ground, because she is very, very famous. But it's not like Ted Bundy. You know?
She's very, very famous, but also like we're also accrediting to like how crazy the murder was. Like a lot of, like, it's sad to say, but a lot of mothers killed their kids.
I know. Look at her fucking face smiling in court, bro.
Yeah, that might add some, actually.
Did you say, because you could argue Dusty Files.
No, I was arguing she's a fucking buffoon.
Okay, I will agree with that. Okay. This is one that I would love to cover with you that I know you don't know of, I'm sure.
You know I don't.
Jodi Arias. Have you ever heard of Jodi Arias?
You're right, actually.
Dude, this chick is fucking psychotic. This would be an interesting episode for us to get into at some point. Like, all these are going to be like, yeah, we're obviously reference that we'd like to cover some of the stuff. Convicted of a brutally murdering her ex-boyfriend, Travis Alexander, in 2008 in Arizona, stabbing him multiple times and then shooting him. The case became infamous for its sensational details and televised trial. This chick was like full-blown, like, psychotic. This is a chick you don't mess with. Like, this is like...
Could you blow up her face there? I want to see those dead eyes.
Look up here. I'll fucking. She is a.
What was that? Pornhub? Did I just see?
Yes, of course. Why wouldn't you see that? Owned by Jews. Yo, look at this. This chick is psycho. Like, this would be a good episode to cover because I think you'll be like, whoa, the shit that she did to her boyfriend. She shot him, stabbed him, shot him. Like, she's crazy. But is she? Me and Aaron disputed this. Do you find her attractive? Is she crazy hot or is she just crazy? Silent.
Yeah, no, that face is like.
Look at dead eyes, bro. Nothing's there.
Nothing's there. She's not like, she has nice hair, but her face kind of scares me.
Yo, dude, she's like crazy. I would say bottom of the barrel only because a lot of people don't know about this case.
I didn't, so I can't argue.
Now we got Alex Murdaugh. It's funny. Chelsea watched a doc about this, and I remember her watching it. A South Carolina lawyer from a prominent family who admit a web of financial crimes was convicted in 2023 of murdering his wife Maggie and son Paul in a shocking case of murder and greed and deception. I will say bottom of the barrel also, or like even Dusty Files. I wasn't aware of this. Didn't hear about it. Actually, surprisingly, even
how long ago was it? That looks like a new pick.
2022.
Yeah, no, bottom of the barrel. The fact that I didn't hear about that from that recently. No,
we're actually doing pretty good with being
and God, a new God's coming up.
A new God?
A new God. I love this man so
Brian
much.
Colbert? Do you know about it?
I thought this. No, I can only see a little tiny picture. I thought this was Luigi.
It's not Luigi. We can.
I thought it was
really
Luigi.
We can talk about Luigi sometime.
No, but Brian Colbert is massive. Like they're still doing constant podcasts on them. Fuck, my girlfriend talks about them every other goddamn day.
I love that your chick is into true crime. That's so funny. Because this stuff is our bread and butter when it comes to the show. Like, something we've always covered and done in a very offensive. What? Look at your hair, man.
Look what I actually just did to my hair. I look like, that's what I'm saying.
No, you look like, what's that old video? Duke Nukem. You look like Duke Nukem.
Oh, I was talking about fucking,
no.
You know the sergeant guy from Street Fighter? I had his haircut there for a second. Just
you
pure
look like Duke
square.
Dude,
I don't know how that happened.
This is what you look like. You look like Duke Nukem.
Okay, fuck you, Elen. Sorry, I don't mean to actually say that in a harsh term. I mean, stop telling me Brian Kohlberg looks like.
Yeah, don't you look like Duke Nukem? Look at you. You look like a white supremacist.
No.
Oh, wait, I can't even. Oh, wow. Why is it not on screen? Here you go. Now you look like Duke Nukem. Do you not look?
Also
do
look
that,
for
do
the.
that face. Do that face. Hold your gun, babe.
Well, I don't know if I can get the square hair back. That was so perfect. I don't know how I did. Oh,
look at you!
Wow!
Just did it. You look like Duke Nukem. Literally, look at that picture. I'm dying. What's this guy's name that you're saying? Oh, you kind of do look like him.
Yeah, she keeps calling me Brian Kohlberg.
Is that you?
We have fuck off. We have a long face and we have kind of similar eyes.
It looks exactly the same.
I do not have those nose. My ears are not quite as stick out. They're stick out.
This guy looks dead inside. What did this guy do?
I know he's a lot.
You don't know about...
Do I know something?
Yeah, I don't know.
Do I know something?
He was a student, criminology, PhD per student, arrested in 2022 and charged with murders of 4 University Idaho students stabbed to death in the off-campus home. His case is ongoing. I didn't actually know about him. That's interesting because we could cover this.
Oh, dude, it's a good show. So it's actually super recent too because he studied basically how to not commit crimes and then drove 30 minutes that way to a different university. Len, you're killing me. Drove 30 minutes that way to a different university, randomly found a frat house and decided to fucking kill everybody.
He did the Ted Bundy. He's like, I'm going to go berserk.
And he's like, and I know how to cover my tracks, but yeah, he didn't apparently.
So I would say, I didn't know about it, so I'll say Dusty Files.
No, dude, he's huge.
Really?
He's huge.
All right,
he's up to. He's like I don't want to call him a genius though, because he wasn't, because he got caught. But he's huge.
Dude looks like he has a staring contest at the solar eclipse. Okay, so
at least put him in buffoons. Put him in buffoons.
He is in.
He is a buffoon.
Okay, we can talk about him because I don't know. I'm not aware of him. So I'll save this and we'll post it. I just want to download the image. Fuck off. Yes, download image. Thank you. So for all the audio listeners, while we end this, obviously in God Level Ghouls, we had Ed Gein, Charles Manson, John Wayne Gacy, Jeffrey Dahmer, Ted Bundy, Jim Jones, and Richard Ramirez. Second, we have Icons of Infamy, Jack the Ripper, Zodiac Killer, Albert Fish, Al Capone, Berkowitz, and John Benet Ramsey. Then in Mad Genius Mayhem, we have Eileen Warners, we have BTK, we have David Koresh, and we have Ted Kaczynski. Bloody Buffoons, we have H.H. Holmes, we have John Dillinger, O.J. Simpson, the Mendez brothers, Jeff Warrens, and then we have Casey Anthony and whatever this guy's name is that looks like Billy. And then Dusty Files, we have Robert Hansen. So second in the bottom, Robert Hansen. And then we have the Columbine Killers. And the bottom of the barrel, we have the Black Dahlia. I can't even remember what this guy's name is. That guy that got killed, that was a fashion designer. The West Memphis 3, Jody Arias, and then whoever that weird guy was at the end. So before Billy gets into his fun fact.
It's all prepped and ready. I'm excited.
Okay. Instead of a fun fact song, we're going to play the song that the fan made.
The fan.
I'm Brian Huddleford and I'm really crystal peppers. You will know from Wildcats. I'm a lighthouse cats.
Up in your attic, covered in fluff, Billy's crawling through beams, sneezing old stuff. He's sealing the drafts, he's batting the bats, while thinking about demons and government rats. One hand on the hose, the other on truth. He's quoting MK Ultra while fixing your roof. He's got a tool belt full of facts and jokes that make girls turn back. I insulate my heart, Billy, baby, please. You fool my soul and you've sealed my ears. From the attic to the mic, you're weird and wise, cracking jokes about covered in flies. Yeah, you make those R-values rise.
I fucking love this so much.
You insulate lives. He's got raccoons hissing and drywall dust. Still tells a fun fact, 'cause laugh he must. Did you know bats have belly buttons too? Then he falls through the ceiling right into your stew. He'll go sun and
never done that.
Fix leaks by noon and wrap your vents while whistling a spooky tune. Fun fact, if you say creepy fiberglass 3 times in a mirror, you still gotta pay the invoice. Oh, insulate my heart and my upper floor. Billy's podcast voice is what I'm paying for. He's the cryptid king of cellulose dreams, joking about death while coking your beam. So if you hear a bump in the night, it's fine. It's just Billy with a staple gun and a bride. Yeah, he came to stop the heat loss, but states a podcast about my sad and Santa Claus.
My stomach hurts.
Isn't that hilarious? Dude, wait till you hear some of the Strange Brew stuff.
Did he write that or did he use AI?
He used AI to make it.
Okay, because I'm like, there's so many things about my job. How the fuck did he know?
Dude, there's one song that it made where I edited some of the lyrics, and it said that you'll get to it, but it said that you had what's that? Those toys you used to collect? The big bobblehead toys.
Oh, Pop Funkos.
It said you had a Funko of like a serial killer. I'll wait till you play. But I was like, how the fuck would it know that?
That was fucking awesome.
Okay, now give me your fun fact.
But anyways, this is a couple. So I found this random TikTok post and it was awesome. And I fact checked. There's 10 strangest laws of the world. I fact checked 6 of them. They were all right. I gave up.
Okay.
I assume they're all right. All right, you ready? You got 10 strangest laws of all the world. Winnie the Pooh is banned from playgrounds in Poland because he doesn't wear pants.
Good for Poland. I like the leader of Poland.
I've done this one before. It's illegal to own just one guinea pig in Switzerland because they get lonely, and that's considered animal abuse. I've done that one. This one maybe fucking. This one I fact checked, and apparently it's right, but it seems very weird. You can't chew gum in Singapore unless it's for medicinal reasons.
That's very weird.
That's very odd. This one made me laugh. It's illegal to die in the House of Parliament.
Oh, is that why Stephen Harper hid under in a closet during that time that shooter came out?
Technically, you'll be given a state funeral. In Japan, it's illegal to be overweight. There's a government-enforced waistline for adults over 40.
I'd be banned.
You can't reincarnate without permission in China. I didn't look that one up, but it made me laugh.
Xi Jinping's like, you don't come on me soil.
You must smile in Milan, Italy, unless you're in a funeral or a hospital. You can't wear high heels on the ancient sites in Greece because it does damage. It damages the ruins.
Well, Greece looks like fucking Somalia. So
okay, this one I didn't Google either, but I didn't Google it for the fact that I thought it might have been fake. So I
wow, gum and
I left
spits.
it. Yeah, and spits, are legal in Singapore. This one was just funny to me. It's illegal to build sandcastles on some of the beaches in Spain. You will be fined for unauthorized construction.
Wow. Jesus.
And in Victoria, Australia, it's illegal to change a light bulb unless you're a licensed electrician.
That kind of makes sense. What? To change a light bulb?
Yeah, just to fucking pop your light bulb up and put a new one in.
I don't think Australians listen to that rule. All right. We appreciate everybody that watched and tuned in and listens and all that stuff. It means a lot to us. Go to the Patreon and support the show there. It's very cheap. There's a lot of episodes on there. There's still stuff I have to release. I've been obviously very busy, right? I'm a father now. I have things going on. I'm trying to work a full-time job. So you guys contributing in any way, even if it is free to share the show, give us rate and reviews on Apple Podcasts really helps, or Spotify. And I want to say too, I actually was going to say this at the beginning of the episode. We've talked about a lot of controversial stuff. I'm gonna gear away from that for a bit. There's still gonna be controversial conspiracies, but even after me and Jules did the race war episode, it's weighing on me. We've done the Kalergi plan. It did really well on YouTube, and they took it off recently. We had the episode with Dustin Nimoy's be taken off Spotify. So all these, like, talking about these controversial topics, and then having them getting ripped away from us is discouraging, because, like, I'm trying to promote the truth, or at least things that allowing people to have a platform to talk about maybe controversial topics that other people won't allow. Dustin Nimoy's is a very controversial figure. He thinks Jews are literally demons. And so I want to allow these people to have a platform. I like Dustin Nimoy's. He's a nice guy. He seems like he cares, the same as like Adam Green does. But it was taken off of Spotify. So some of this stuff gets discouraging. Strange Brew, me and Aaron talked about this, and I think Billy would agree. The show is always supposed to be an outlet. Sure, we're going to talk about controversial topics and strange things and stuff that are going on, but having things be taken away from us that we spent our time doing is discouraging. So all your help and these little, like, sharing, telling your friends about it does help more than you think. And then the Patreon is very cheap, and there's so much stuff on there that me and Billy have done in the past, and stuff that still needs to be released. Old episodes that me and Billy did that are still waiting to be released on Spotify, or not Spotify.
And if it's encouraging at all, I don't want you listening to this.
Strange Brew Podcast merch.
If you want to do that anyway, yeah.
Wear our merch. It gives us no money, but it gives us, people can rep our shit. You know, it's very cheap, so we can send it around the world. I appreciate you guys. We thank all you guys for being like listeners and watchers, so to speak. It means a lot more than you think. And I spent, and Billy does too, out of his own time. I've spent a lot of money and time doing this show, more than you think it would.
I don't think anyone thinks.
Every little help.
It's a lot of time, man.
I know. We love you guys. More and more people coming over to the show. Do what you can to support the show. It means more than you think. We are a small town, so to speak, little show. That was created out of nothing but friends in their basement drunk. So we love you guys.
Cheers, guys. Bye.